Hi, I'm Ian Taylor. You're watching The Villa View. Up the Villa.
Hello and welcome back to the Villa View for a preview ahead of Aston Villa's game tomorrow evening at Ashton Gate to take on Bristol City. And finally, Dan, we're together for a preview.
We've done it. The schedules have aligned for the first time in weeks, so I prefer doing the preview with you, to be fair, than without you, so good times.
Feel honoured. It's a compliment. That's two in the space of a week. Something's wrong with you. You've gone on holiday on Saturday.
I'm in holiday mode. I'm more relaxed.
Have you found your laptop?
Yeah, I found the laptop for anyone that was worried about that. A bit of overzealous security guarding at Sky caused me problems, but I've managed to track it down this morning. So everyone who was worried about that from the podcast, you can stand down. Right,
okay. And on to the game, Dan. What are you expecting from tomorrow evening? For me, it's perfectly winnable. I think a few people have gone about Bristol City having a good start to the season, but looking into it a little bit more, they haven't. And Villa now starting to build a bit momentum. That word.
Yeah, it's a game that obviously we're capable of winning, although saying that about Aston Villa away from home seems a strange thing to say. If you'd have spoke to me a week ago, I'd have said no chance, but the fact that we've won 2 games and we've scored 8 goals, albeit one of those times being against Wigan reserves, it bodes well. So hopefully we'll see a bit more of a free-flowing Aston Villa, because I believe the last week or so has shown the best form of defence for us at the moment is attack. So hopefully Bruce will keep the shackles off, and we'll be talking about an Aston Villa away win for the first time in what feels like forever.
For me, Bristol have actually had quite a poor start. Some people have said, it'd be a tough place to go. Don't get me wrong, it will be. But the Blues actually beat them, and they've drawn, since losing to Blues, they've drawn 2-2 with Brentford and 0-0 with Millwall, only winning the first game of the season. And obviously winning in the Cup against Plymouth, and then midweek 3-2 against Watford. Bobby Reid's actually top goal scorer for them, and top goal scorer in the whole league with 4 goals, one to watch, and could potentially cause a few problems for us.
Yeah, they got the striker that they signed for $6 million as well, whose name completely escapes me. I've seen a bit of him, and he looks very Codger-esque actually. I kind of thought, well, in a year's time, if we don't go up, Codger will be getting sold for $25 million to make some money back, and we'll be trying to nab this lad from Bristol City, so he looks quite handy. So it will be a tough game. I was a bit alarmed to hear that Steve Bruce has been talking about moving to 3 at the back, potentially away from home, because I don't feel that we're capable of playing that system. I don't think we've got the centre backs that we can actually play with a back 3. So I'm hoping he doesn't move to that. And I was also a bit concerned that Davies has got a knock as well, because I fancied him to play on Friday.
Yeah, worth noting, Bruce said in his presser that Keenan Davies is a doubt, Alan Hutton's out, and Milianak suffering with a bit of sickness. So those are the sort of players that won't be there. What are you actually expecting line-up wise? Because for me, I'd be very scared if we decided to play 3 at the back with 2 wing backs.
Well, as I say, I'm not sure Neil Taylor can play as a proper wing back. I think Bree probably can, but I don't think we've got the defenders, the centre backs to do it, because Terry would obviously have to play in the middle of a back 3. I think Samba would have to play in the middle of the back 3 as well. Chester could probably play either side well, but it's that third centre back. I reckon if we went to a back 3, Delat would have to play there, because Samba and Terry aren't mobile enough to play on the outside of a back 3. Delat probably is, but I don't want to be saying 3 at the back. I think we've actually agreed on a team, haven't we, that we think it'll be?
Yeah, to first.
So it's Johnston in goal, Delat right back, Chester and Terry centre backs, Neil Taylor left back, Whelan in front of the back 4, and then Lansbury and Hourahan either side of him, and then we've gone El Mohammadi and Green on the flanks with Scott Hogan up front.
One man that could have been playing but will be on the opposition, Nathan Baker, the return.
Is he fit?
I don't quite know, but either way.
Yeah, I'm still not sure about that decision to sell him. He's another one who I think if you're playing in a back 3, he would only be capable of playing in the middle as well, because again, he's not mobile enough to play on the outside of the back 3. I wish Nathan Baker all good in his career, to be honest, just not on Friday night. If he plays, because he's a good Championship centre-half, as we saw last season, and we actually don't look as tight at the back without him.
Performance-wise, we need to see something more on the front foot, because Reading away was the last away game, and Cardiff before that, and arguably 2 of the worst performances we've seen under Steve Bruce so far. So anything really is an improvement on that.
When we've played not on the front foot, we've lost the game. The games we've played on the front foot were Hull in the first half and Norwich City on last Saturday in the league. So the games we've played on the front foot, we've fared better. I think Bruce has realised he's sitting back isn't going to work because we're not going to score the goals, and at the moment we're shipping goals as well. So I don't think the team's capable of doing that at the moment. So I think Bruce has had to adapt and change the way we're playing a little bit. I mean, I think it helps against Norwich having Davies, someone where the ball sticks. When they're up front, obviously it'll be a bit different with Hogan up front, but it's important that we get bodies close to him, like Horahan, like Lansbury, and the wingers coming in. They've got to get close to Hogan, otherwise he becomes isolated. And we've got to pass the ball a bit quicker as well. Release Hogan, because he does make a lot of good runs, as we've pointed out before. Big
hoodoo off his back. He's getting those goals again in the League Cup. Now it's time for him to transform that into the league, and with an informed Conor Horahan as well, surely it's only a matter of time before he starts to net a few in the league as well.
Well, Horahan's quickly gone from the man that wasn't getting picked to being one of our form players and most important players. We need him on song. Obviously, he's going to be flying after scoring a hat-trick in his last appearance, and we need to get goals from him all season, because last season that was a big criticism. You could have a Villa is that the goals were only coming really from one place. I think only really Chester and Grealish could have been pleased with their goal output last season, other than Codger. So it's important we try and get the same thing kind of going with Lansbury as well, because he hasn't scored since he's joined the club, and he needs to be getting closer to the strikers and getting into the box as well, because he's capable of scoring goals. We've got the players that are capable of hitting the back of the net, and we now look like we're going to play in a way that benefits them. I just hope that isn't just a Villa Park thing. I hope that we do the same away from home as well, because if we lose having a go, I'll be honest, I don't think people will complain too much. It's this losing and looking sloppy and not having a go, that's the things that the fans can't abide.
Yeah. What are you predicting for the game?
I was edging towards a 2-2, but I think I'm going to go 2-1 to Villa. I've changed my mind as we've recorded. What about you?
I've actually gone with a 3-1 win. I actually put this in the group earlier today to make sure I got it in before you. Predicted 3-1. Going to go with Scott Hogan to score once. Henry Lansbury to finally get off the mark, because he's looked like scoring recently and he's looked a lot better, especially against Norwich, and then I think Conor Horahan will grab one as well.
Yeah, I'm going to go for Horahan. First goal as well to continue his goal glut. I mean, he's talking about getting into double figures. Now he's scored that hat-trick, he's got to be looking for between 15 and 20 for me, and he's capable, with the fact he takes set pieces as well, he's capable of doing that if Villa play attacking football.
Fan score. Where are you sat in the league at the moment for it, Dan?
Could not tell you, Matt.
The leader, I must say, is absolutely routing it at the moment on the Villa View one and in the actual game that includes everybody that's on the Villa Fan Score app. Let me just read you the points that he's got already, which is balmy to say the least. And I don't quite get how he's managed to go so far ahead. It's Nid Heo 181, who got the correct score for full-time midweek against Wigan.
That's fair.
Also got correct full-time score for the game against Norwich. How?
I mean, that's a shout and a half for the Norwich game. The Wigan one's an understandable prediction, but the Norwich one's madness to get that.
Hats off to him. He's top of the league at the moment by about 100 points already.
Maybe we should get him on talking about Villa instead of us, because he seems to know a lot more about it than we do.
Yeah. It does seem to be the case, but I think we've actually nailed the lineup for once today.
I think I've done that once in the history of Fan Score.
Let us know your thoughts below ahead of the game tomorrow against Bristol City. How do you think it's going to fare? If you have enjoyed this video, then please do drop us the like as well, and subscribe to the Villa View. You'll post notifications if you're new to the channel. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another one? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. And don't forget to subscribe. Click on our logo there on the left and press subscribe. Easy.